Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's live stream where myself and Thomas will be talking about the perfect Facebook ad. We'll be talking about what it looks like, how well it should perform, and why you need to be launching them, and what changes you potentially need to make to your own current Facebook ads to make them perfect. Hi, Thomas. How are you?
I'm good, Aidan. I hope everyone's good out there in internet land. And yes, indeed, this week is we're going to look at we're going to talk about what a good ad is, why you should do some things and not do other things, and how ads are something that a lot of people just throw together, not give the real thought that they need, don't check them. This is a big mistake. So ads, what should you do? Aidan, we must have a lot of viewers this week. How are we doing on numbers?
It's going to crash the internet if we keep on doing it, so let's keep doing it.
Double figures?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, double figures.
Expect nothing less. Hi, Laurent. Good to have you over there on YouTube. Regular. Yes, so let's kick off with the perfect ad. I thought the best place for us to start would be ad copy.
Don't copy ads. Oh, I see. Ad copy. The copy is the word that you use, the words that you use in the ad. Don't copy other people's ads unless they're very good. Yes, the copy is important. So let's talk about that, what an ad is made up of first. An ad is made up of an image and some text. So the text is the copy, the image is the image. There are various different types of ads that you can use within Facebook. Some have got an embedded button in them, and make the entire image clickable so that anybody that clicks on that image will be taken through to your page. Other ads, you have to put the link in the description above the ad. So that's where, just like a normal Facebook post, you've got some words, then you can add an image. So the words sit above the image, you've got the page name, then some words, and then you put a link. Whichever ad you choose, you are going to get different results from, because if you have an advert with where the whole image is clickable, so that everyone's taken through, everyone that clicks on that image is taken through to the page or the campaign, then what that means is that you're going to get a lower cost per link click. So when you're looking at the statistics for your ads, the numbers in Facebook Ads Manager, you're going to have to think, okay, well, what does a good cost per link click look like? It might be that normally a good cost per link click is 90 cents, where they're having to just click on the blue link that's just in the text or in the copy at the top of above the image. But if the image if the whole image is clickable and there's a button underneath that says shop now or learn more, those are the two that I'd recommend. Probably shop now is better. Right. Then more people are going to click. Some of those people will click mistakenly because they want to see the ad image better. They want to have a better look at it, so they'll click on it thinking that the ad image is going to open so that they can zoom in. So a combination of these things means that it's going to be almost certainly you're going to have a cheaper cost per link click for adverts where the whole image is clickable. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? It's still about the design, whether they want to buy or not. But what it does mean is that you're going to get different numbers. So you're going to have to remember what you're using for each ad, and then properly look at the numbers associated with that ad when you're making the decisions on what to turn on and off. That's the first thing. The second thing is that if you are using a post, which is an image where you're not able to, when you click on the image, it doesn't take you through to the page. So you've got the link in the description or in the post text or in the ad copy, however you want to say it, that the users can actually see this link.
Right.
So if you write it, normally it used to be the first 3 lines were visible. Now Facebook have taken it down to the top 2 lines. I would recommend that you either put your link in the top line or in the second line, but don't make your top line too long. So something along the lines of, and make sure that it's viewable. So if they can't see the link, it's going to make it much more difficult for them to get through to buy it. So You can even go with get this here and then the link. That's all you need. This Christmas sweater is available now, all on the same line, then the link. This t-shirt is available now, then the link. If you are going to write something with 2 lines, please do make sure, check the advert with the preview onto the device. Don't go by what is displayed in Facebook Ads Manager. That is not how it will be displayed. You have to, when you're in Facebook Ads Manager, there's a way that you can preview the advert. There's a few dots there just above the ad. Move your mouse around, hover over them, click, and then there'll be a drop down that says preview this in newsfeed or send to mobile device, something like, I think it's send to mobile device. You click on that, it will send you into your phone. On your phone, it will come up and you'll be able to scroll through and then see the ad as it's actually going to be displayed to your buyers. Make sure you do this.
Yeah, as Thomas will know, this is a bad thing that I have been a victim of literally trusting that preview on the right hand side, thinking, oh yeah, that's how it's definitely going to look. And then we later found out why people weren't clicking, because it was done on that second line. And then I went onto the ad, clicked the send to my mobile, looked there on the mobile, and the URL, the link for them to click, wasn't there. That's simply it. So I've potentially wasted all that money running the ad because of that one thing.
Yep. So make sure that the link is visible. It's less important where you've got the whole image is a button, will link through, but even then you should still have that link visible at the top. The wording that you use, it's very important that you don't upset Facebook. So you don't want to ask for, it used to be that you'd put something like, give me a hell yeah if you love this, share with your friends. Don't do any of that. You can't ask for what they call engagement baiting. So don't even include the word share. Don't include the word like. Facebook also get dodgy around questions like, would you wear this? All of that stuff. Don't bother with it. It does probably put the engagement up, but it's also more of a risk than it's worth. So keep it super straight, super easy. You can try and be a little bit inventive. If you're going to use one emoji, if you're going to use an emoji, use one emoji. I like to put ad copy in on the lines of, my father would love this, or my father loves this, my mother loves this, my son loves this, my daughter loves this, my auntie loves this, my uncle loves that, or this, and then the link, or I couldn't stop laughing, emoji with the crying of laughter emoji after that, get it here, and then the link. That's the kind of thing that you want to do. We're talking about products, whether it's t-shirts or jewelry or cushions or any of the main POD products. In fact, all POD products pretty much. Don't take any explanation. Nobody needs an explanation of what a t-shirt is, how you wear it, any of this. You can just be quite straight out with the image of the t-shirt. My father loves this. Then you go for it. Yeah. You don't need to write a book, so don't write a book.
Just on that, Adam, hi Adam, hope you're doing all right, mate. He has asked the question pretty much exactly what you just said. A lot of people use emojis in their ads. Is there any evidence should or shouldn't? Me personally, I just have the one, and I try and pick the brightest color of them that's on theme with what I'm selling. So at the moment, my go-to is the Christmas gift box emoji, because it's got like a lovely red ribbon.
The present emoji. The present emoji is a good one for this time of year, definitely. I've used that myself. Evidence, I'm not doing split testing on this stuff. It seems to work fine. I wouldn't get too worried about what you're using. Just don't use loads of emojis. That's one of the things that Facebook say.
Yeah, that's what I've seen, and they're not doing very well when I've seen like 4 shocked faces on one side and 4 shocked signs on the other side of the text. Like, it just looks a bit spammy and overselling. I know you probably wouldn't do that, Adam, but there's some people who do that, and Facebook don't even like it. I think they flag them, or they go over them a little bit more.
Don't do things like try and put a swear word in there and block out the middle of the word with numerals or at signs. You don't do any of that. Just keep it super simple, super easy. It's a t-shirt. They either like the design or they don't. a bit of emoji will help. One emoji, something like, oh, okay, I've like, my father loves this, my mother would love this, that kind of thing. Okay, fine. That's about where I draw the line. Keep the link visible, and then you'll be fine with it. Don't overdo it. Don't think too much about it. It's all about the design. So that's the next part, is the image that's used. Now, if you can't read the text on the shirt, then it's probably not going to sell. Readability of both the design, so make sure that your designs are readable. So if you use some calligraphy, you come up with the greatest saying ever, and you come up with you use a calligraphy font, and nobody can work out the difference between an A, an E, an O, and nobody's reading it. Nobody can read it. So it's the readability is very important in the design stage, but also in the advert stage, you want to zoom in for the win. You want to fill the whole square advert. Use a square shaped image, 2000 pixels wide, 1200 pixels wide. The same tool. Just make it square. Something around that. At least 1000. Don't go with less than 1000. I would say 1200 is a good place to be. You can go up to 2000. That's fine as well. There's no need to go over any 2000 pixels. So I used 1500 or 2000 pixels square. Fine, absolutely fine. Zoom in, fill the whole image with the shirt. Don't worry about people in it. Nobody wants to. They're not buying it because of people. People create more confusion. It's the design, the t-shirt that they want. You can include somebody wearing the shirt, but don't have their full face in it. Still have it zoomed in as much as possible. That works really well. So it's all about the design. As I say, you can use somebody wearing the shirt, or you can just use the shirt on its own in like a 3D or flat lay mock-up. If you're selling shirts to, or I'm talking about shirts here, but whatever product, if it's being used by people that look more like your buyers, then that's something to consider as well. So for instance, if it was a children's shirt, you wouldn't put it on an elderly person. You'd use a mock-up of a child, but again, zoom in. The readability is absolutely critical. What you can do is, if you've got a store with 8, and I would say a minimum of 8 good selling designs that you know will resonate with your audience, then you can put 3 of those designs into a collage in the advert. So 1 big on one side and then 2 smaller ones on the other side, and then send the traffic directly to the store landing page, not to the campaign. You can play with that. Some niches that works really well. You are going to have to have more designs that you know that will sell, better designs, but still on that one side, you still want to fill that with the shirt so it's readable, and then you can have 2 smaller ones on the other side, just so there's a bit more of intrigue. But that's the level. Don't put 5 on there or 6 that are all tiny. You have to have at least one that's readable.
Yeah. Just on that, Thomas, what do you think? How do you feel about carousel ads? What do you think of them? So, guys, just for people, carousel ads are the ones where you get the one ad and then you swipe across and you can check out different designs or see it in different angles, basically, of that product.
I would say that carousel ads are good for where you are retargeting people that have already engaged with your page or have bought from you before, previous customers, people that are already aware of you.
Right.
I wouldn't use a carousel ad to just advertise directly to people as the first ad that they see. But saying that, a carousel ad with 4 shirts in it, or four products in it, so four different slides, if you will, on Instagram tends to work better than on Facebook, because on Instagram you get the whole thing fills the post, and you get a little button to the side to go through them. So on Instagram, a little bit better. But I wouldn't go above 4. That's the other thing I see, like endless 30 products in their dynamic placement ads from a feed. Maybe there's some machine learning that comes into those, but I prefer to just stay away from them other than Instagram. And then also for retargeting engages.
Cool.
Videos, I don't use videos. If you're doing well with videos, good for you, but I don't see any need to. mess around with video ads. Still images are fine. Again, you don't need an explanation of somebody wearing a t-shirt. Yes, if you're selling a mountain climbing t-shirt and you happen to have a video of somebody climbing Snowdonia with it on, that would help. A motorbike video, a motorbiking shirt with somebody standing next to or starting up a motorbike probably would help a little bit. But again, the readability of the shirt's going to be more important than that. So bear that in mind as well. And I just don't see the value in that. One thing that is good, if you've got a great selling product, is to order one yourself and then take some photos of the real product images. They don't have to look like a photo shoot. In fact, it's better that they don't. Everyone's got an iPhone, it looks like a real image. Then that can add value, but I wouldn't worry about any high level production on that side. It's better that it looks like something that should be in the news feed.
Right. Yeah, so it looks like social media, so it's not how it plays. No, that makes sense to me. We have had a question from Ashafiqul Islam. Hiya, hope you're well. In this Q4, if I do ads on Facebook, could Moteefe retarget again? No, Moteefe wouldn't retarget, but there's nothing stopping you from doing your retargeting, Shafiqul. If you check out the Moteefe Facebook ads course, moteefe.school, literally type it in, or just message me and I'll give you the link straight to it. We have a whole video on retargeting.
Link in the description. Or link in the comments.
I'll do that immediately. But yeah, check it out, and that will show you how to do your own retargeting.
Yeah, better off you do it yourself. So yeah, videos are out. I wouldn't bother with those. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Don't overthink these things. It's about the design. So as long as you're getting the design nice and big, so people can read it. Again, you can use 3 images, 3 different shirts in one advert, but you still want to keep one readable. And then if you do that, send them through to a store where all 3 are available. That's important as well. Make sure that the link in a normal post, one without a shop now button, is viewable and not hidden. You can, once the ad starts running, you can, after say 24 hours, you can bring up the ad, and then in the comments for the ad you can put a link to buy the products in there. That can help as well. You should reply to the people that comment, saying they're not using their name, and just don't overly sell to them. Don't drop links in to everybody that replies or comments on your ad. Facebook don't want to see that. They want to see genuine interaction. So talk to them. It's called social media. Be social. Don't drop links into every comment. You can like every comment if you like, but replying to the majority of them is pretty helpful. Other than that, that's it. Don't overthink it.
The only other thing you could do, which is invite them to like the page. That's one other thing you can do. It's not exactly going to help you potentially get a sale, but over time, if you invite 100 people and 10 of those people join the page, they might see one of your ads or any content you put out on that page in the future. That's one thing.
Yeah.
We have a question. It's a bit of a long one, so bear with me, Thomas. It's a bit off topic. It's about targeting. So this gentleman, he targets some sub niches that are very narrow with a design that's scalable to other sub niches. His question is, does the size tend to be too narrowed? I think is what he's saying here. So he's got the people he's targeting is about 30,000. Is that too small? Is that too big? What do you think?
It's pretty small, but if you're making good sales, then okay, you're making good sales, but you can't scale up there. You're talking about maybe $3, $4, $5 a day maximum spend, and even then you're going to run out of that audience pretty fast. So you got to think 30,000 people, they're not all online every moment of the day.
Yeah,
there could be, say, half of those people that are only on Facebook very seldomly. So you could be down to sort of 100 to 200 people, even less, maybe even 50 to 100 people that are actually online at any one time.
Right.
So what does that audience really look like? Is it really 30,000, or is it more like 3,000 active users and then 27,000 people that maybe come in for 15, 20 minutes here or there? So again, if you're making sales, then you're making sales, but just understand that you're not going to be able to spend as much money in a something that's only 30,000 in size as opposed to something that's 3 million in size.
Yeah. How would you know that you've burnt through that audience size? What's
There's
the
a
sort of red flags,
frequency.
the signs?
Well, the ad starts not performing. Also, there's a frequency.
Right.
Facebook will tell you the frequency, the amount of times an ad's been served to that audience.
I see. So is it a case of just keeping an eye on your ads as well, and say if it's doing 5 or 2,
well,
3
you can
units
see
a
the
day,
reach. You can see the reach. If your audience is 30,000 and you've got 3,000 impressions, or 5, that's 10% of the audience, and some of those are going to be hit more than once. So again, if you're making money, then okay. But in general, I would recommend that you're looking at audiences of 500,000 up and 100,000 as a minimum.
Okay. And I suppose to get back onto it, when you have launched your perfect ad, it's zoomed in, it's got simple ad copy, it's got an easily clickable link to it, right? All the beautiful hallmarks of a good perfect ad. How would you know that ad's a good ad in terms of stats? Like, what is there a certain CPC?
Oh, we're not going to get into that.
No. Okay.
No.
But
that's
if
all
you guys,
in the course. That's all in the
yes.
course. We'll be here all night if we start to get into that. That's all in the course. We're talking about the ad setup, not measuring what an ad looks like. So on that bombshell, do join the course. That will give you all of the information about what good looks like. Remember that if you're using different types of ads, then you've got different types of numbers that you want to look at, and you just know which advert you're using, so that you're not turning off good stuff, or you're not letting bad stuff run because you think it's doing better, even though it's not. Have we got any other questions, Aidan? Or are we?
We have other questions, but they're not ones that we can easily answer.
Okay.
They're not really relevant. But no, what I'll do after this, if anyone wants a link to that the Facebook ads course, feel free to just pop me a message and I'll get that straight to you. Or just scroll up. It's both on the YouTube link and on the global group. If you haven't joined the global group yet, the Moteefe global group, search it on Facebook and join it. I would accept you immediately. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it. So we will be back next week with another live stream, title yet to be decided. If you've got any ideas on what you'd like us to cover, then let us know in the comments section below, or message Aidan in the middle of the night when he likes to be messaged.
In the middle of the night, first thing in the morning, just message me what you guys would like to see next, and we'll come up with something to help out for sure.
Yeah. Comments are better, so drop a comment in what you'd like us to see us cover next week, and everybody, good luck out there. It's certainly the time of year to be scaling up, so get on it and get going with those ads.
Take care, guys. Bye bye.